everyone, welcome to today's yoga practice. My name is Sept. Happy Friday. Today we're going to go ahead and get started. Being seated on our mat, we're going to place your feet flat on the ground and roll back one vertebrae at a time. Lastly, with your shoulders and then your head. Take a second here. Scan your body. Feel any areas of tension. Feel any areas of stress. A lot of time our tension and our stress resonates in our back, in the low back, the upper back, into the shoulders. Roll the shoulders down and back, pushing them down against your mat. Press one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Breathe deep in through your nose. Fill your belly with air. And push your belly up towards the ceiling, leaving your chest right in the same place. Slowly exhale, lowering the belly down to the floor. Inhale, take a deep breath, fill the entire belly down through the pelvic floor, in through the low back. Feel the belly rise and then fall. 2 more breaths. Focus on connecting your breath with each movement that we do today. And release. One more time. We breathe in through the belly, push it high to the ceiling. And slowly release down to the floor. Take your hands off to your sides. Brace through the heels and the balls of the feet. And exhale, roll the hips up one vertebrae at a time, drawing a straight line from the knees to the shoulders, from the knees to the heels. Squeezing the glutes, we exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time, slowly adding movement into the body. Inhale, raise the hips back up, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, squeezing the glutes, lifting high. Exhale, lower back down, using that breath. So each breath you take, we inhale, we raise. Exhale, release. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift. Feeling a slight massage through the low back as you lower down. One last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Bringing your knees up into a tabletop. Push them slightly away. Activate the lower abdominals. Bring 3 fingers behind your ears. Exhale, we crunch up, bracing through the upper abdominals and lower back down. We raise, shoulder blades come off the mat and lower. 2 more times. You exhale, come in. Inhale, lower down. One last one. And exhale, release. You're going to bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. And changing the direction of your rock, we're going to rock forward into a seated position and circle the feet around, coming into your tabletop position. The shoulders are in line with the wrists. The back is flat and the hips are in line with the knees. Inhale, raise into cow, dropping your belly down towards the mat. Exhale, round off your back, coming into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Remember, connect that breath with each movement that you do, going at your own pace. Adding any extra movement that your body may need, circling the hips, rounding the upper back, pausing in center. Bend from side to side. Do what your body needs. Adding that extra movement. 2 more breaths. One last one. Returning back into tabletop, extend the left arm and the right leg, coming into a balancing table. From here, you're going to exhale, pull your knee to your elbow, coming underneath your body, and extend back out. Exhale, pull in, knee to elbow, and extend. We pull in, finding that balance and that control one last time. Holding for one breath. Exhale, lower the left hand and the right knee and extend the right hand and the left leg so that we find that balance. Tight through the belly. You exhale, pull knee to elbow underneath your body and extend back straight. Knee to elbow and extend. You may find that you have better balance on one side versus the other. One more time. And we hold, keeping your hips square to the ground. Exhale, lower the hand, lower the knee, and welcome a couple more cat-cows. Inhale, lift the head and the hips. Exhale, round off the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving back into our kneeling series, if you've been joining me for these quarantine exercises. So, coming into your kneeling plank, keep the shoulders right over the wrists. Exhale, brush the elbows tight into your sides. Inhale, raise into cobra, lowering your chest back down to your mat. Exhale, push back up into a tricep push-up into your kneeling plank. And push the hips back into child's pose, warming up the body in this half kneeling series. We push to plank, keep the belly nice and tight. Brush the elbows tight next to your body. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Push back to your kneeling plank and then back into child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale, we push forward. Exhale, brush the elbows tight to the sides. Inhale, cobra. Lower the chest. Push straight back up and back to child's pose. 1 more time. Remember, connect each movement with the breath that you take. Exhale, lower back down. And push back up and back to child's pose. Take a resting breath here. As we prepare for the first down dog of the day, moving to tabletop, tuck the toes and lift the hips, drawing a straight line from your wrists to your hips and from your hips down to your heels. Taking a couple walking down dogs, alternating heels up into the mat. Feeling the stretch through the calves. Spreading the fingertips wide, distribute the weight within your hands. And step the left foot in between your hands, coming into a lunge. Drawing a straight line from the knee down to the ankle, looking at your toes. Exhale, step the right foot to meet. Inhale, raise the hips, forward fold. Enjoy the stretch through the hamstrings. You can rest your hands on your shin, reaching down towards the floor. Reverse swan dive, standing mountain. Reach towards the ceiling, engage through the quadriceps. Exhale, swan dive down, reaching towards your toes. Inhale, half lift, creating a straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into your plank, moving into the full kneeling series, or the full series. If you'd like, you can stay with the half moving series, dropping to your knees. Otherwise, we're gonna lower into a chaturanga, brush the elbows tight to the side. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot this time in between the hands, coming into a lunge. Pause for a second. Focus on that hip flexor of the left leg. Step the left foot to meet. Hold here, raise the hips, straighten the legs, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, standing mountain. Exhale, swan dive down, reach towards the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into your plank. Half moving or full series. Rock forward into a chaturanga. Brush the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Push back, downward facing dog. With the next breath, step the left foot in between the hands, coming into your lunge. Holding here. We step the right foot to meet. Raise the hips, drop the head. Reverse swan dive, standing mountain. Exhale, swan dive down. Feel the heat build within your body. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into half or full moving series. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Tuck the toes. Push the hips back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot in between the hands. Step the left foot to meet. Raise the hips up into the air, forward fold. Hang out here for a second. Feel free to grasp onto your elbows if you'd like. Maybe sway side to side. Reverse swan dive, standing mountain. Bring your hands to your heart center. Closing your eyes. Scan your body. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Brace through the belly. Imagine zipping up from the knees all the way up to the belly, engaging the quadriceps, lifting through the kneecaps. Inhale, raise the arms up into the air, grasp onto the left wrist, and lean to the right. Coming into a side body stretch. Inhale, return back to center, grasp onto the right wrist, lean to the left. Inhale, return back to center, reverse swan dive down to reach your toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into plank. The hips are down. Remember, you can be on your knees at any time. From here, we're going to exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Take a couple walking down dogs. Feel the heat begin to build. Inhale, raise the left leg up into the air. Keep the hips square to the ground. And step the left foot in between the hands, balancing on the back toes. Inhale, raise, high lunge. The goal is to bring the hamstring, the back of the leg, parallel to the ground. Can you sink a little deeper? With your next breath, bring your right hand forward and your left hand back into a twisted lunge. Inhale, raise to center. Exhale, drop the right heel down to the ground. Lower the arms into warrior two. Still trying to keep that left leg parallel to the ground. Inhale, reach forward, resting the left arm down onto the left knee, and reaching the right arm up and over in an extended angle. If you'd like, you can keep your arm resting on your leg or extend the arm straight, using the core to hold you. One more breath. Bringing the arm back in, raise back to warrior two. Brace through that front leg and circle the arms down into a low lunge. Step your right foot behind your left. Raise the hips into a cross forward fold. Step the right foot next to the left, bringing your feet to about hip width apart. So you want your feet about hip width apart. You're gonna bend at your knees, placing your hands down on the mat, lowering the hips, the knees come out to the sides. The palms of your hands come together, coming into garland. You may have to adjust your feet, turning your toes out a little further, opening the hips. We want to lift through the chest, Coming into a deep hip open. Continue to breathe. Exhale, lower your hands back down, roll the hips back up, heel toe your feet together. Reverse swan dive, standing mountain. Holding here in standing mountain. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Placing all your weight on your left foot. Bringing your right foot to either your ankle, just below your knee, or up into your inner thigh, coming into tree. The goal is to open the hips, choosing whichever level is best for you. You can choose to keep your hands here or extend the arms up into the air. You can sway your arms in the breeze. Or if you'd like an additional challenge, try closing your eyes, cutting off the receptors to your brain, causing you to engage through the belly and through the core. 2 more breaths. Slowly exhale, bring the knee forward, lower down, the hands come to heart center. Roll out that left ankle. Raise the arms up into the air and exhale, swan dive down, reach towards the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into your plank. Brush the elbows tight to the sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, the hips go back, downward facing dog. Take a couple walking down dogs. Feel the difference between the left and the right leg. Inhale, raise the right leg up into the air. Keep the hips square to the ground and exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Inhale, raise, coming into your high lunge. Remember, the goal is to brace through the belly. Drop, bringing your hamstring parallel to the ground, challenging yourself. And exhale, rotate the arms into a twisted lunge. The left arm comes forward, the right arm behind. Inhale, raise back to center, holding for a breath. Exhale, drop that left heel down. Melt the arms into a T, into warrior 2. Taking your gaze over your right fingertips. Inhale, reach forward. Drop the right arm down to the knee and reach up and over. Extended right angle. Find that challenge. Do you want to extend the arm out front? Holding for 2 breaths. And exhale, pull the arm back in. Holding for 1 more breath. Raise back into warrior 2. Brace through that right leg just a little further. And circle the arms around, low lunge. Focus on the hip flexor here. Step the left leg behind the right into a forward fold. Feeling a deep stretch through the glutes. Releasing the left foot. Heel toe your feet to about hip width apart. Turn the toes outwards and slowly lower the hips down to the ground. Adjusting your feet as needed. So maybe you bring the heels together. We bring the palms together. Pushing the elbows actively against the knees, stretching out the inner thighs for this deep hip opener. Holding for 2 more breaths. Breathing through. And slowly exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, raise the hips up into the air, heel toe the feet back together in your forward fold. And reverse swan dive up into standing mountain. Taking a deep breath, palms come to the heart center. This time, placing all the weight on the right foot. We bring the left foot to either the ankle, just below the kneecap, or up into the inner thigh. The goal is to open the hips. Can the knee face directly to the side? You may find that you can balance on one side better than the other. We bring the heart of the hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms up into the air. If you'd like, you can choose to stay here. You can wave your arms in the breeze. Or if you like, you can close your eyes, focusing on that core engagement, tight through the belly as if you had a corset, wrapping your rib cage down and in. One more breath. And exhale, rotate the knee forward, lower the leg down, bring the hands to heart center, and roll out the right ankle. Inhale, raise the arms up into the air. Exhale, swan dive down, reach towards your toes into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. If you'd like, step or hop back into plank. Either meet in down dog or join me in a chaturanga. We brush. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg up into the air. Keep the hips square to the ground. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. The shoulders come right over the wrist. Exhale, extend. Exhale, bring the knee. So inhale, bring the knee back into your chest. Exhale, extend one more time. We pull the knee into the chest. We push back to an extended down dog. And this time, pull the right, your left knee behind your left wrist. Flatten out your right toes. Coming into supported pigeon. Feel the deep stretch in the glutes as you try to push your left hip down towards the ground. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, we lower down to the mat, resting your head onto your hands. Continuing to breathe. Pushing the left hip down towards the ground to help support you. Maybe stacking a pillow under your hip if your hip cannot reach down towards the ground. One more breath. Slowly exhale, push back up onto your hands, tuck the right toes, and shoot the left leg back up into the air. And slowly lower the left leg down to the ground. Take a couple walking down dogs. Notice the difference between the left and the right. Inhale, raise the right leg up into the air. Pull the right knee into the chest. Exhale, extend. Pull the knee into the chest. Shoulder comes right over the wrist. One more time. We pull into the chest. Hips drop down and extend. Pull the right knee this time behind the right wrist, coming back into supported pigeon. Flatten out the right toes. I like your left toes. Pushing the right hip down. So like I said, if you have a pillow, you can stack a pillow under your hip. Lowering down onto your forearms. Resting your head down onto your hands, deepening the stretch. Holding for 3 breaths. One more breath. And slowly exhale, push back up onto your hands into your supported pigeon. Tuck the left toes under and shoot the right leg back up into the air. And slowly float the leg down to meet the left. Take a couple walking down dogs. Alternate heel presses into your mat. Exhale, lower the hips into a plank. And we hold. We stay strong and we stay firm with a straight line from the wrists to the shoulders and the shoulders to the heels or to the knees if you're doing a kneeling plank. One more breath. Exhale, brush the elbows tight to the sides, lower your body all the way down to the mat. Flatten out your toes. Bring your palms to the sides, face up. We're gonna inhale into half locust. You're gonna raise Off the ground, tightening through the glutes, contracting the low back. You can place your hands on the ground, pushing into the floor to raise a little higher. And slowly exhale, lower the legs down and bring your left ear down to the mat, stretching out the neck. One more breath. And return the neck back to center. Push the hands through the ground if you would like. Raise the feet off the ground, tightening through the glutes. Trying to bring the quadriceps, the front of the legs off your ground. One more breath. And exhale, lower the feet back down. Bring your left ear down to your mat, stretching out the neck. And with your next breath, place your hands underneath your shoulders and push your hips up and back into child's pose. And slowly return to the tabletop position. Brush your feet around, bring your feet forward, and roll back one vertebrae at a time. Lastly, your shoulders and then your head. Take your arms out to a T, raise the legs into a tabletop position, and drop your knees down to the right and your gaze to the left, coming into a full spinal twist. And slowly inhale, returning back to center. And exhale, drop your knees down to the left and your gaze over to the right. And slowly bring the knees back to center. And hug your knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Feeling a massage to the upper back. Placing your hands on your knees, pushing your legs away from you as your arms extend straight, continuing to rock. Feeling a massage in the lower back and the upper glutes. And slowly exhale, placing your feet flat on the mat. If you'd like, you can stay here, extend the legs out straight. Coming into our ending Savasana. Close your eyes. Bring awareness back into your breath. Pay attention to those areas that you may have felt tightness or tension. How does that feel now versus when you started the practice? Taking a few more breaths. If you'd like, you can choose to stay here in your ending Savasana. But I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. My name is Sept, and this was one of our quarantine yogas. If you're participating in the Quarantine Champ Challenge, today's word is Betty. So if you are looking for a t-shirt, you need 6 code words based off our programs that we've been doing. Today's is Betty. And I hope you have a great day and rest of your weekend. And I end today's practice by saying namaste to all of you. Continue to thank your body for all that it does and nourish it with each breath that you take, and find energy and light helping you push through your day. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a very happy Labor Day weekend. We'll see you later at 3:30 for your next practice or for your next exercise. We'll talk to you later.